One of the areas that we've talked about probably to death, how do you rebuild the defensive line? And I know you have some ideas about that. And again, this is from last year. So you were kind of the mindset a season ago that they should not re-sign Jadeveon Clowney, and you kind of thought breaking it up and spreading it around was the way to go. So take us through your thoughts there, and then let's go back to building the offensive line moving forward.
Yeah, so the thought last year was don't spend it all on Clowney, spread that money over, go get someone like Jerry Hughes, who's had a phenomenal year in Houston, and then someone, whether it's Ingram, Okoronkwo, both really good players, because the difference with the defensive line, compare it to, say, the O-line, is you rotate, because, say, a Myles Garrett, a Clowney, they're only going to play about 70% of snaps. So what happens when they're on the sideline? Because, hey, if you go through a long drive, well, you don't want to be him sat on the sideline watching Josh Allen score a touchdown because you've taken your star players off the field. So my vision of it is very much have depth. You want at least 3 guys who are constantly going to get pressure. And as well, injuries happen. The last thing you want is you lose one of your 2 stars and then suddenly the whole thing falls apart. And that's why lots of people want to bring in Jerome Payne. Let's just have Garrett and Jerome Payne and all of our issues are solved. Great. What happens for the 30% of the time they're both on the bench getting a breather? You then end up with an absolute mess. Whereas you could bring in a room where, and it is literally going to be those 2, maybe Winovich, and you've got rookie picks. And that is your entire D-line room. All 9 guys, defensive tackle, edge. Go with this formula that I proposed last year of spread that money around. Well, suddenly you've got, say, in the edge room, you've got Garrett, you've got Okoronkwo, you've got, whether it's, say, Melvin Ingram. You've then got Wright, you've got Thomas, and D-tackle. Matt Ioannidis is a guy I would love to bring in. I'd rather pay $6 million to Matt Ioannidis than throw $14 million potentially at Jerome Payne. Bring back Taven Bryant, who's had a great second half of the season. Happily let Jordan Elliott go, and then bring in some cheap guy like Fox, Winfrey. The solution isn't draft. You fix your team in needs by going to free agency, and that's what I think they should go out and do.